Hey everybody, Life's Journey at 50 here. Hope you're doing well out there. As you guys can see by the thumbnail, this is a tough conversation to have. It is time to kind of move on. Now, some of you will say, maybe he should have done that a long time ago. Some of you are saying, oh, bummer. But a lot of thought, a lot of deliberation had came into this piece. And it was a really just a tough decision, emotionally and just, but I think it's the right thing to do. And it was a tough one. So, all right, let's get into this thing and kind of tell you why. All right, well, you guys probably figured it out. My trusty sidekick Cap is leaving the building. This was a monumental decision on my part, to be quite honest with you. I battled with this decision probably for a good 6 months. And I, even as I'm speaking to you and making this video, I'm still struggling on this decision, but it is time. Cap has been absolutely fantastic. It's the first motorcycle I've ever bought. So for those that either are new subscribers or maybe don't know the whole background, but March of this coming year of 2026 will be 5 years that I've been riding. And this is the very first bike I ever bought, was of March of 21. And she was a workhorse. And I mean a workhorse. She's got a little over 65,000 miles on her. She's seen every BDR that I've ridden. I've ridden her off of a cliff. I have broken my leg and ankle on her. I have slid down Interstate 80 in Nebraska with her. I've gone everywhere. Matter of fact, over here, and I'll take you guys through some of the stuff, but even on here, through the lower 48, there's only 4 states that Cap hasn't been in. She hasn't been in California, Arizona, Utah, and Oregon, which is kind of weird because it's like a little U-shaped. But it's the only 4 states she has not been in the 4 years. And now the last year or so, she's really just been my BDR bike. Obviously, I have other bikes that you guys have seen on here that's really taken the load off of her from doing any off-road. The last time she did any significant off-road was about a year and a half, 2 years ago, when I was in Vermont with a bunch of guys, and we were doing some stuff on the trails there. And but she has been through it all. She has seen it all. She has tractive suspension on it. You talk about a utility knife, and you talk about just a great machine. She has been absolutely fantastic. So as much as I'm talking about her, it has been very difficult for me to make this decision to move on to another bike, which you guys will see probably in a few days after you guys see this one. So I am, if you guys see, I'm not putting the windshield. I actually bought another windshield, plain windshield, to replace with it. It's hard. I got to have a souvenir, right? So this is her regular windshield. This is probably the second windshield. I think it broke the first one off within the first 6 months or so. But you can see I've got, a bunch of stickers here and places and memories that will be on here. And obviously she's filled up with stickers, and I'll walk around here and kind of show you all this. But yeah, this kind of is a little bit of will be a little sentimental value that I will keep and put somewhere either in my office or someplace, but she'll always be with me. So a buddy of mine, Tim, who I ride with, you guys have seen him on this thing, probably a couple years into it, after hitting myself in the mouth with this thing off-road and just being bulky and breaking one. Actually, I broke the whole thing off a couple of times and had to replace the whole windshield mount a couple of times, but this is the second windshield. Got me the shorter windshield, and you can see kind of the things that I've done and all the other stuff that I've done on this one as well. So these two will be memories of Cap, all my for the rest of the time. So really has been a fantastic machine. I never even knew anything about motorcycles when I got into this whole thing. Like I said, literally I've been riding for 5 years. And the reason why I'm wearing the Whale and Wayne thing, Whale and Wayne, 4 or 5 years ago now, was the beginning of really my ADV adventures, or really starting to ride her off-road and stuff like that, which was so bizarre. And that's where I met Tim and a bunch of other guys, and really just got really entrenched with this whole off-road thing. And of all things, to learn how to ride off-road, some people will debate that I even know how to ride off-road based on my videos, but I love the haters out there. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy the banter. So, but I have learned everything that I do know and have succeeded to do on this 1250 GSA, and it's a big old rhino, man. It is the machine off-road. It can handle quite a bit, and I've taken her to a lot of places that a lot of people would never have taken her, especially being such a newbie rider like I was. But I'm telling you, long hauls, off-road stuff, this bike is yeah. And I've had a lot of bikes, folks. You've seen me in my videos. I've tried different things and stuff like this. I don't know if there's a finer machine. This 1250 GSA has just been lights out. I mean, it is the industry standard, and there is a reason why, because it is. So she will be missed. Many of trips. I mean, I remember my first trip. I took off by myself. Did some stuff in West Virginia and rode through there. Really didn't know anything about off-road. I think my first set of tires was like an Anarchy Adventures, and oh my God, those things are terrible and loud, and just no offense to anybody that likes the Anarchies out there, but I think they're the worst tire ever. But just super loud. I mean, they're as loud as having a full-on knobby that I run. So, but I remember just doing stuff in my very first videos, and then I moved on to Trail Max missions, thinking that was more of an off-road thing, and learned my lesson on those, which are a great tire. It's just that they're not really suited for heavy off-road. They can be if you air them down, but that's a whole different discussion. But as I just got more refined on the bike and the things that I was doing, but it's taken me from West Virginia, and then I really took off for I think it was about a 10-day trip. I went out west. Never experienced any of that stuff. Went out to Sturgis area. Wasn't obviously around Sturgis. It was like a Memorial Day weekend thing. I stayed at some places that were fantastic. I just had a time of my life. Went to oh God, I can't even think. I just rode through Montana and Wyoming, Devil's Tower, all this stuff. I just through Deadwood and the Badlands and Custer National Park, and I don't know, it was incredible. And that really just started my whole journey on this whole thing. And then, like I said, I went to Whale and Wayne, started the off-road side of this stuff. And then it just caught from there, doing BDRs, Mid-Atlantic, Northeast, Wyoming, and Colorado, and Idaho, and BDR-X's, and just different places all over the place. She's had 2 clutch repairs. The first one I completely fried, didn't know what, again, most people think I don't know what I'm doing, but didn't know what I was doing. I was on the Southern Ohio Adventure Loops, the Soul, and it was, I even forget the name of the thing, but anyways, it was the tough one, Toby Lewis Hill, and at that time it was not graded out. This was probably 4 years ago now, 3-4 years ago, and just wrenched it. Had to be kind of pulled out with another 1250 out of there, and then I tore it up on the Northeast BDR trying to climb Mount Moses. I was the only one. I'm sure if you guys see that video, I'll maybe attach it to the bottom at the end of this one. But I was the only one to go up, kind of wrenched it there, but was able to ride it out and get it fixed. But it's been through a lot and has taken me to a lot of different places. Like I said, there's only 4 states that I haven't been to in this. And then I did a Northeast trip by myself. This is outside of all that stuff. She's been through New York City. I drove her through New York City, which that's an experience of a lifetime anyways in any machine. And just, I can't say enough on how good of this bike this is. So really going down memory lane doing this video is is emotional to me because it is the first bike that I ever bought, but it is time to move on. And but like I said, she has brought so many wonderful moments, and the people I've met out there because of this bike, it's been fantastic. It's just it's unbelievable. It is funny. My local dealer, I have the largest file with my dealer. Now, granted, I own some other bikes, but a lot of it is here. You know, yep, she's been ridden pretty good, but full maintenance, everything. She's always up and running. I have never, ever had a problem with her at all. Replaced, obviously, numerous things. The drive shaft BMW put in here, it only was replaced at 52,000 miles. So, heck, this thing's, still got, obviously, the drive shaft warranty on it. It's got a new clutch. The new clutch is only about, I think, 10, 12,000 miles in it, too. Like I said, onto this video, so I'm going to miss her. Again, taking Cap out. One last ride before winter truly sets in here. Got a little snow out here, but anyways, my trusty steed. She has been absolutely fantastic the whole time that I've ridden her. So she's going to be missed. All right. This is like one of the very first rides that when I got my bike. It was one of the first places I kind of took her out and about. So going down a little bit of memory lane here. Good old Cap. Would love to be down going through there, that's for sure. And another favorite place to go zipping along, except for might be a little wet, a little slippery, a little slicky. Plus no sun up through here. You got to kind of watch. There might be a little bit of ice. Well, the sun went away, folks. Looks like some snow or stuff's moving in. We're going to. But like I said, I just wanted to get Cap out one more time. Take her for a final ride through an area where she's been many times. Always good. Yep, I will always remember riding her on all those BDRs and all these adventures. 65,000 miles of them. She withstood every single drop, lump, kick, you name it. She went through it with flying colors. I would tell you, I think anybody would be happy for a bike that would live through everything like that and still come out on top. Again, thanks folks for putting up with me. Like I said, a little stroll down memory lane, a little last ride on Cap. Like I said, she has been absolutely just fantastic of a bike. Like I said, whoever gets her, whoever has her next, will be happy that she has her. Thanks everybody for letting me stroll down memory lane. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Like I said, I'm going to miss her. She's been through a lot with me. So if you've had that experience with a bike that you've, you know, kind of came closer to or whatever, let me know. I got some buddies that'll say, it's just a machine, move on, blah, 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 all that stuff. But for me, getting into this thing so late as I did in life, and then obviously bonding with this bike the way I have over this almost 5 years with her, it's like an old friend, right? Yeah, so you can see me, I'm getting all emotional about it. Why, I don't know, but it's because, like you said, I've been through a lot, and 65,000 miles later, it's come to an end. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching this. You know, as usual, if you guys can hit that like, subscribe, notification button, that'd be fantastic. Crashed over 4,000. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, Cap will live on in memory. She will always have a place in my heart. But yeah, hopefully she'll find a new home. Somebody that maybe can't afford a newer one or a new GSA or whatever, and wants something that, you know, that they can depend on. It is a great machine, and I hope wherever she ends up, she will give that person some joy. So thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye.